Hey everyone, welcome back to another video with your favorite Namazu. Today we'll be going over some of my favorite quality of life settings for Final Fantasy XIV. I hope you enjoyed the video and don't forget to like and subscribe for more future content. Starting off, my favorite quality of life settings has to do with your inventory bags. So let's get right into it. Let's go to your menu, character configuration. We're going to go down to item settings. Okay. I'm going to keep this to the side real quick, just so you can see what my bag looks like. Default, all new players will have this kind of bag, right? If you are a semi-hoarder like me, this is a nightmare to go through just to find your item. So what I like to do is, once you're in the item settings, go to inventory interface, go down to expanded or open all. Let's do, my favorite is open all. I like information. I like to see what's in my bag. It does take up a lot of the space, but yeah, we're gonna go to inventory interface, go to open all. Your retainer, let's go ahead and set that to expanded too. And we're going to hit apply. Now look at my bags. Bam. We have a full screen of your inventory. All 4 quadrants are available. So having the information shown to you like this, you can kind of like go straight to the item that you're looking for. If it's scrambled, you can always right click and sort also. So that's something you can do. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. Just to show you what expanded looks like. If you don't like how big this window is, we can minimize it a little bit, right? That's what expanded is. So let's go back into character config, into item settings, and let's switch it over to expanded. Apply, and let's take a look. So it doesn't do the full screen, but it does tab 1 and tab 2, right? So it kind of condenses it a little bit. You know, here's your special items and here are your crystals. One thing I noticed that, you know, new players might not know is you can scale all your windows too. So you see how this window is just as big, right? It covers like a quarter of my screen. You can right click this. You can do this for every single window in the game. You can right click it, go to scale window and change it. Default is 100%. So default will always look like this, but you know, I'm kind of blind. I'm low-key kind of blind IRL, so I do need bigger font. So I kind of like it like a 160, you know. And because I stream also, I like the information shown to my viewers. So I usually do 200, so everybody can judge how dirty my bags are, you know. And I can see the numbers more clear. So yeah, this is by far my most favorite quality of life settings. This is why this is first. Also, so while we're still on, you know, the inventory area, right? Character config, items. Default for new players, these 2 buttons will always be lit up. So if I hit default, you'll see it. See, I'm gonna not have it, right? So I'm gonna turn this off. I would uncheck this button. What this means is store all newly obtained items in the Armoury Chest. So if you are in a dungeon and you win loot, right? Loot that you probably don't need. Where does it go by default? It goes into your armory bag, which is inside your Armoury Chest, right? The place where it stores all your gear. This is a nightmare. I do not know why this is done by default. Personally, I don't want to dig through these bags just to get out trashy loot from old dungeons, right? So by unchecking store all new obtained items, right? Every time you win loot, it goes directly into your inventory bag. Oh, I'm going to change this back to open all. Oops. Yeah, I like open all. I personally, this is my favorite. So every time you win loot in like dungeons and stuff like that, or you get loot from, you know, just winning things, it's gonna go into your inventory bag, so you don't have to go through the trouble of going through your Armoury Chest. So that's something I would highly recommend for you to uncheck. But yeah, and keep this one. I mean, you don't. This doesn't matter. But every time you win items, you craft new items, it goes directly into your bag. All right, guys. Next, quality of life settings. We're about to log into the game here, and oh my gosh, look at all these pop-ups, recommendations, play guide. You know, I had another one earlier. Jeez. Yeah, you always see these pop up, right? What if we don't want these to pop up on the screen when we log in, right? So I don't need play guide. I'm already end game. I don't think this one will help me anymore. So, you know, instead of hitting no and Xing out, what you can do is go to character configuration, go to your UI settings, right? Scroll down where it says recommendations. You can uncheck show upon login. You can uncheck play guide also. And, you know, by unchecking that, now when you log in, you won't get hit by all these pop-ups. You know, it's almost like old school, you know, ad spam. So here, let me demonstrate. Let me log out and log back in. All right. So we're logging back in. And you know, your screen is clear, right? There's no pop-ups, there's no recommendations, there's no play guide, there's no warning telling you that you're about to lose your mentorship or anything like that. So, you know, this is another, you know, small little quality of life setting that, you know, creates, you know, just a better feeling when you log on. Next up, guys, one of my favorite quality of life improvements is the ability to filter out flashy animations from your duty. So by default, everything is on. So all the skills you see from other classes are flashing all over the screen. So you see explosions, you see like other people shooting their guns. It's very overwhelming sometimes. So right now I have all the settings on, so you're gonna see flashes and just a lot of screen clutter. So how we remedy this is you want to go into your character configuration. Okay, you want to go to control settings, and here's the tricky part. You want to go over to character. So control settings over to character. You're gonna scroll down. It's right at the bottom here where it says battle effect settings. So for me, I personally like my own flashy stuff. If I'm casting exploding spells, I want to see it because I want to feel cool. But for other people, sometimes I just don't really care for all their flashy animations. So for example, if you look at the screen right now, it's very flashy, right? So what we're gonna do is you can show limited, where it'll show very important spells, but it won't show everything. And I also do show, I like to do show none on this one because I don't care about people outside of the party. So we're going to apply this. So now, see, all the cool abilities that you see on the screen are mine. So like, for example, if I use flamethrower, you'll see my flamethrower, right? But let's say we have another machinist, this person right here. If they use flamethrower, you see how they're using their abilities? We don't see anything. We just see them doing the motion, but we don't see much flashing, right? So you see my drill. So let me demonstrate if I turn mine off too. Let's turn everything off. All right. Let's get past this phase. I have a few friends helping me out. We have Philo, Nala, Articuno, Amius. They're all helping me out with this video. So for example, let's use my drill, right? See, you don't see anything. You don't see anything flashy anymore. You only see the boss's HP going down. So let's say I use flamethrower again. See, I'm just waving my gun. All right. So that's kind of lame. Personally, I like to have my abilities shown. I like show limited because it shows the very important spells from other people. And for others, I don't really care. So outside of party, like especially like hunt trains and world stuff, I don't want to see that much clutter. So I turned it back on, and you know, if I'm shooting like hot shot, you'll see the bullets coming out of my gun. All right. You see, this is also another machinist, but you don't see all the flashy things coming out of his gun. And yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite quality of life settings that most people don't know about. Oh yeah, and you know, I should be paying attention. I'm getting hard carried. But yeah. I hope you guys put that one to use. A lot of people do not know about that setting. If you do, I'm sure you love it. I'm sure having little, like less flashier things is better. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that UI setting. Alright guys, next up, this is about unit targeting. So this is gonna be a two-part thing that kind of like works in unison. So basically, to start off, when you're attacking something, right? So let's say I'm pressing 1, 2, 3. I'm hitting the dummy, right? And then somehow I click off on it. So no, I'm no longer targeting, but then let's say I'm in a very busy duty and there's a lot of like flashing colors and stuff. Sometimes I'll be pressing the button and it's just like invalid target. And it takes you about like maybe like 10 to 15 seconds to realize you're not actually hitting anything anymore. So what you have to do is retarget the creature and then go back into it. That is kind of frustrating sometimes. So why does that happen? It happens because by default, if you left click, you know, a lot of people like to use their mouse to move around like me. If you left click, say the floor right here, it untargets your target. And then you're back to hitting nothing, right? See, I'm hitting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, nothing. And I have to click it again. So first off, to avoid this, you can, you know, see, I clicked off again. So to avoid this, you're going to go to character configuration. Okay. And go to control settings and then all the way over to mouse. This last button, enable clicking to field to remove target, is it's on by default. I don't like this button. So, I mean, I don't like this feature, so I like to turn it off. And I'm gonna hit apply. So the first part is, let's say you're targeting the creature and you're hitting it and you left click outside of it, it no longer deselects the boss or the creature or whatever. So that avoids a lot of accidental, you know, lost DPS or you just clicking nothing randomly, right? It happens a lot. It happens more than you think if you're on default. Part 2 is, let's say you somehow still deselect the creature, right? And I want to hit 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See, it's targeting nothing now. So there's a way to circumvent this. So what you're going to do is go into character configuration again. All right, you're going to go to the target tab. Okay. So in the second area where it says auto target settings, this is off by default. I like to turn this on. Auto target according to priority. I feel like it does more. It gives you, it does more help than harm. So let's go ahead and apply and close. Or actually, I could just keep this to this. Yeah, I'll close it. So you see, before I would just click 1, 2, 3 and it would target nothing. But now, because we have auto target, we can just hit 1 and it automatically targets the thing that's like closest to you in front. Right? So let's say you accidentally hit escape and you target off, and you know, you want to hit the boss again, but you don't want to click him, or it's too small to click, or it's annoying. You just hit 1, or you just use your any attack. So let me escape. I can reassemble and I can drill. They'll just target the closest thing. Most of the time, you always want to target just the closest thing and you hit it. There is, so if you go back here to control the target, you can set a priority. You can do the closest target or whatever is in your line of sight. I personally just like the closest target. To me, I feel like this is a pretty useful setting, especially when somehow you, let's say you get knocked out in a trial, and then you get rezzed, and then you forgot to click the boss, and you starting to panic, and you start clicking your attack buttons, and you think you're attacking him, but you're actually not doing anything. It's because, you know, you're in a state of panic, you're getting rezzed, and you know, there's so many effects on the screen, you don't know what's going on. But as long as you have auto target on, you never have to worry about that. I can just get back up and just start shooting right away. So, or attacking. So I really feel this is a good feature to have on. So once again, character configuration, let's uncheck enable clicking on field to remove target, and then on the target tab, check auto target according to priority. Okay, so for this tip, I normally don't play summoner but if you're in a party with a summoner, every time they cast their pets are gonna be kind of large right off as default, right? So for example, let's go ahead and cast Bahamut, right? Like, Bahamut is huge. This is what you would normally see on your field if somebody else casts the Bahamut, right? So there's a way to adjust this so it doesn't take up like most of your screen. So on the left in the chat box here, you're gonna type pet size all, and then you can either type small, medium, or large. I'm gonna type small. So this changes all the size of pets to small. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Garuda. So you're going to have a little baby Garuda right here. See, small, you know, it kind of doesn't take up too much, you know, screen space and stuff like that. I'm going to cast Ifrit as a small also. So you can see all 3 sizes. And then pet size on medium. If you want them a little bit bigger, you just type it in the box right there, and then let's cast Titan. I personally think medium is still a little big for me, so I kind of like small, because the thing is, if the bigger the creature, sometimes I get confused if they're actually like a boss or like an ad or something like that, right? So let's cast Phoenix, right? Let's cast Phoenix as a large. You know, if I saw this in a duty, I mean, this looks exactly like the boss in like one of the ads in Suzaku, you know? I would be trying to target it, but sometimes it's your summoner's Phoenix, not even a bad person. So yeah, that's one tip. I'll type it up on the left so you can see what you need to type. But the nice thing is you only need to do it once. So personally, like I said, my favorite is small, right? So pet size, all small, just like me. So, you know, hopefully this tip helps out also. So yeah, everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed some of the quality of life settings that are some of my favorites. This is just part 1. If you guys would like a part 2 with a few more features, Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I can never say that word, subscribe. And, you know, it will encourage me to make more tutorials and videos for you guys. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Later.